it's time. Another tournament. It's Lycanroc time once again. We did it very badly earlier. I promise to hopefully not mess up. I will only lose games to dead draws. I will not lose games to my own inability to play Pokemon cards. That's the decision that I made tonight, and we're sticking to it. So yeah, just the same Lycanroc list as earlier. One card off the list that we played last night. Or not just last night, all day yesterday. Dang. I still can't believe 13 hours of Pokemon cards yesterday, but it happened. Alright, first round is up. I somehow did not hit Salty Steak, which is wild. I'm against the Valiant Jolteon deck. Okay, this seems like it's probably a pretty bad matchup. I guess I don't have the Limitless screen shared right now. But looks like it's probably not going to be great. I guess we do have the fighting attackers, which can trade well with Jolteon. This will be Lycanroc time, I guess. Having a Jirachi of myself would be pretty good, but unfortunately, no. I am kind of sad though that like YouTube caps streams at 12 hours. So like halfway through top 4, the streams is cut. So like the finals isn't saved on there, which is a little disappointing. Like I know the finals wasn't great, but I just like for like the full transparency, like to show the full run. I mean that game 2, game 3 against Charizard in top 4 were both pretty solid. And the near miss game 1 against Celia, like I really, if I would have known that, I would like record them and put them on the second channel. Cause I used to record all my streams, and then I just decided that like my computer would sometimes like get really hot, and when I stopped recording like the streams at the same time, it wouldn't overheat quite as badly. Like I don't like need to re-upload the VODs ever because they're always going on the channel. So if we ever are in that situation again where it's like we're exceeding the 12-hour mark, I'll have to record those. Cause I feel kind of bad because like someone in chat like, oh, it's gonna go watch finals, but it's not here. And it's like, yeah, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Oh dang, 3-1-1 to 3-4-1. I mean that I think that's not bad for your first ever online tournament. I went 0-1 drop my first ever online tournament, so a lot better than mine. That was like Limitless Weekly number 4 or something, one of the first ever online tournaments back in late 2020. Alright, I gotta go first against the Valiant deck, which is awesome, so I'm not at risk of getting, well, I still could get donked. Just a lot less likely that it happens, I guess. They could still like Yoga Loop my Manaphy turn 1 and life could be pretty bad. Or this, okay. Like this hand's really solid, like double flower selecting, have a cart. I think if I could just like stabilize here and just not get spammed by Tachyon bits, we should be okay. So if I can just find a Nest Ball VIP pass. This is tough because like Klara could instantly get back Manaphy if we need it, so those things aren't like mutually exclusive though. Zorak, you can do both. There's no rule that says if you're playing IRL or you're going for your invite, you can't play online. But like, I'm going for my invite, but I'm still playing a ton online. Like if like I don't ever play online over IRL if I have the chance, but like those things are definitely not mutually exclusive. Am I gonna start streaming on Twitch? Probably not. At least not for a while. I just really, I can't see the point in it. Like, I guess like eventually it could build up to the point where it's like I have 2 separate audiences that exist. I would just have to like come up with some sort of way to implement it well. I wouldn't want it to be, I wouldn't want it to just be like, oh, I start streaming on Twitch so I can make more money. Like that's not what this is about. How does I beat Jirachi? What is Jirachi, first of all? And I mean, well, seriously, Lycanroc VMAX. We sniped the thing. I'm aware, but also my, oh, not going for the Manaphy, interestingly enough. My computer, I don't know if it could handle the stress of streaming on both platforms at one time. I'm aware that they allowed multi-streaming now, and that's pretty cool. I've noticed that like the Azul and yeah, like Azul has been streaming out. James Cox has been streaming on YouTube, and I'm not like ever gonna rule out moving over to Twitch because like it is considered the superior streaming platform. It's just that like building a new audience would be kind of weird. Like I guess I'm just kind of cool with just chilling with the YouTube chat here. So we probably are getting yoga looped. We could lose both Comfeys. Is there canceling cologne in this deck? No, there's not. Alright, yoga loop. They have one lightning energy. I guess they're probably using Forest Seal Stone for it. They have no way of recovering those lightning energies, so they just have that one Jolteon. This matchup seems very difficult if they're able to do this. Officially joining the dark side. Hey, you love to hear it. What's happening on United Wings? Oh, they have a rod. Dang, I didn't see that in their list. I think United Wings is just like I get that it gains Jirachi and that's a pretty nice addition for the deck. It's just still on the inconsistent side. Like you're hitting some okay weaknesses like Dark. Lightning isn't as good anymore, but it's still like Lugia still exists. Pidgeot exists, but admittedly not as big of a factor. I mean United Wings is more viable than it was last format. I'm still skeptical that it's like a very good deck overall, but I'm sure it could be like at least like usable now. How good usable means I don't really know. I've not really touched. I played it very briefly after NIC after Shemansky day 2 with it, and that was it. Like that was the extent of my Roaring Moon career. Or not Roaring Moon, my United Wings career. I feel like I just set up one Lycanroc, and they can't do anything about that. So I want to keep the Manaphy to deny the extra prizes. I know my opponent's hand is pretty weak. I just need to not brick out off this Colress. I mean, I could just Klara, get the guaranteed 2 basics. Yeah, that's not bad. Also, that's annoying for them because they can't like retreat bits. Yep, that's the grind around. I got I got 2 cups next weekend to practice for. Got San Antonio in a month. The grind never stops. This feels so stupid to be down double chorus, but I feel like we set up Lycanroc and we win. Just one shot the Jolteon and then the game's over, so I just have to do that basically. I don't need Sableye, I literally just need Lycanroc. Yep, that's what we do around here. So we got 4 in the Lost Zone. I don't even know if Lycanroc is in the deck. I've had one deck search. I didn't even really look for it like a like a pro. So Pound Store, Devolution TM doesn't really get them too far. Also, we have a little lag here. That is not great. Another Forest Seal, Devo TM. Another Rapid Strike Energy. And oh, that is so annoying. I mean, they could have guessed my hand was decent. I'm lagging really badly. I think. Like. This is annoying. I don't know what the deal is here, but this is very, very annoying. Okay, we just found cards, I guess. Okay, Tachyon bits. If he drew all the Yoga Loop pieces and everything, like, has that much sauce in the hands, and we just sort of be like, well, congrats. So I benched the Crab for a seal for the... Like, I just take this Lycanroc knockout, and my opponent shakes my hand. So we do this. Lycanroc's in there. I'm gonna flower selecting first, just because then we maybe hit the Colress, can save the Forest Seal Stone. I mean, Gate's a fine card to hit. I don't really want to bench another I can't talk. Another one prizer. Always can like retreat card if we absolutely have to, like, deny the prize potentially. Okay. Are they playing the future booster capsule? They are, so I think I'd rather just, well, I don't want Manaphy to be gone forever. Just couldn't quite get there. 7. Hopefully we just get there next turn then, I guess. Where we pass back over. It'd be tough for my opponent to just board wipe me. Spent a ton of switches. There's 3 switch, 4 cart, 4 rope. So there's 3 switch cards left. So I suppose it's hypothetically possible. There's nothing in there for the town store. I guess another elemental badge. And then there's no sort of echoing horn in this deck. So if I just Lycanroc KO this Jolteon, game is over. Have the research. So they're, oh, they didn't want to go, they didn't want to use some Tachyon bits. They could have retreated back into this one. They at least could have got 1 Tachyon bits out of that. That seems interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, you could have retreat cart. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you could add an extra Tachyon bit. So now there's just rope left for a switch card. Alright, deck. I'd really greatly appreciate Super Rod plus Lycanroc. And alright, card is excellent. So we draw that. I mean, I admittedly don't have amazing outs to finding the Lycanroc. I guess we got there, so let's do this. Then we have it. This should be the game then. That's like the biggest weakness with these Iron Valiant decks is, like, literally I just have to survive. If I don't die, I win. There's like no echoing horn in here, right? No, there's no way to put Pokemon back onto my bench. So now Crushing Fangs. And he can use, like, Smash Uppercut. But then I can just, I suppose Smash Uppercut exists. But there's no boss, so I can hide stuff on the bench if I need to. Okay. 3 prizes. There's 2 Ionos in this list. I perhaps could have used a vacuum to thin. Oh, but both Ionos are gone, so we're chilling, I think, actually. What is the Crabominable in this one for a Sealstone? It can one-shot a Gardevoir that damages it itself. Can one-shot Charizard, Giratina. And some, like, sort of side versatility is that it can knockout, or not knockout, but it auto wins Snorlax for us because we can use Trigger Avalanche against them and deck out the stall deck. It's quite funny. So I think I use Boss next turn, KO the Jolteon, put 30 on the Medicham, and then what does opponent do? Alright, we're gonna see the Smash Uppercut. I have 320 HP. It's gonna take you 2 more hits. Or do I ever just hit the active and close out the game next turn? I suppose I could lose the game if I... Yeah, there's no Ionos left. I just do this. Like, you could triple Tachyon and hit me, and it doesn't matter. So, I think we're fine. Like, we just don't bench anything else that can get Thunder Rumbled. I think we just max edge and set up the knockout. I'll put an energy on the Manaphy. There's like no rope trap plays. I suppose we can like thin out Nest Ball. We can get rid of the element badge. I'm not overlooking anything, right? The most they can do is 100, and they have what, 1 switch left, or just a rope. So yeah, we are fine. We just use max edge, 190, and then we can shoot 30 to Squawk, set it up for the knockout, and I think we should be okay. I just want to make sure there's like no sort of avenue. Like the Devolution TM is gone, so like they can't even do something crazy with that. Like this is why people were so excited about like, Iron Valiant, because it beats you up in the early game, but like I guess when you're just playing decks on paper, you don't account for your opponent being able to set up through it. Oh, that was crazy. Unfortunately the finals didn't go my way at all, but I'm still incredibly happy with how well the tournament went. Like to take a card that no one has thought about in months to years and doing well with it, there's kind of not a more satisfying experience that you can have aside from like doing well with a deck you made yourself. Now I gotta pick up a Lycanroc VMAX IRL. I don't own one, so if I'm gonna play this next weekend in some cups, I gotta find a Lycanroc in 4 days. But if I play Dragonite and Raikou, I do not win that game. So therefore, Lycanroc BDIF. Joking, obviously, but I have sort of thought about maybe since like Lycanroc, as great as it looks on the thumbnail, I'm not like 100% sold that it's just like an amazing card to have to the deck. I think the Collapsed Stadium in the list now makes the price map more reasonable against like Charizard and Gardevoir. Because like you can take the one price, it soaks a hit, and then you can collapse it away. I just need to practice it more against the Jirachi decks, because with how much LZB is usually in my local area, I'm assuming a lot of the locals are going to be teching Jirachi. So I don't want to just go into the cups just like scooping to Jirachi or being disadvantaged to Jirachi. But also I don't want to play cards that are just ineffective at doing what I want them to do. You got the dub, Derp? It's like Roaring Moon and Gardevoir, they like take turns. Like one tournament, Guardy is the most played deck. Next tournament, it's Roaring Moon. Got some Lost Inbox gamers tonight. I'm the only Lycanroc. I was wondering if anyone would net deck the list. It is like really weird though. It was I kind of got a laugh watching back the VOD because they streamed my opponent's perspective round 4, and it's funny just because like the casters had like no idea like what some of the cards even did. So it was just like, it's funny. They're like, One person even said at one point in the tournament, I don't remember what Terrakion did, but I thought it was bad. And it was just like, that was pretty neat. It's a pretty cool list. I'm very happy with where it's at right now. Didn't go so well in the first tournament today, but just trying to run it back. You got the first round dub, King. Seems good. Still on the Goldango. I probably don't even have to ask. No Cramorant technology though. I'm very disappointed. Oh, against Chin-Pao. Chin-Pao with the Iron Hands. Seems good. Enough time to rip a list, fair. The reason I intentionally bricked in through that game earlier, because I didn't want to play 13 hours of Pokemon 2 days in a row, right guys? That's how I drew it up. Oh, Marb's playing tonight. Not with Switch. I mean, okay, it is Switchers, but not Switchers. Lost Box. So. Opinions on Roaring Moon with Lost Box and Galarian Moltres. How is it better than like a Lost Box deck with Drag? I mean, okay, you're gonna be better into Charizard hypothetically. I just don't really like Lost Box right now that's heavily leaning into 2-prize attackers. Because like my list here, I have 2-prize attackers, but they're not like something I'm using for like, I'm not like Dragon Galing 2-prizers like I am in regular Gate LCB. Just the way the prize map sort of unfolds in like those Iron Hands matchups, it really doesn't work out too well to have like stuff that they can 2-for-2 trade on. Because like if they take the first 2 prizes with Iron Hands, you come back with a multi-prizer, take 2 prizes, then they come back with Chin-Pao. Yes, I have a 3-prizer, but I'm not benching it every game. That's different. I'm not relying on Lycanroc in every single match. Something like Dragonite, you reasonably expect to use it in most matches. Against a deck like Chin-Pao, I'm not benching Lycanroc. I'm using Lycanroc to KO Jirachis, primarily against Gardevoir and Charizard, because otherwise it's very tough to do anything if your opponent gets Jirachi, it's Manaphy. It doesn't really work out too well. Colorless isn't, or not Colorless, Colress is an insane card. Like, the list up by like 2 Iono, 3 Worker, or 2 Iono Averys and stuff, like, they're so cringe. Oh, I hadn't seen one of those lists in a while. Like, I know Japan was playing the Luxray. I mean, Luxray is like a single prizer. It only has like 60 damage though, or 50 damage. So it's like not even knocking anything out. With the double cologne, of course. You don't go up against Guardy. I mean, that should be fine for Sableye. There's 1 Regis, 1 Valiant Xatu, Zarina, Zoroark, Regidrago. I was thinking about Alakazam. Not at all like this. Like, sitting behind Klefki seems good right now. But I don't, it just doesn't do enough damage. You don't think Colress is very good? I disagree with that. Like, you want, like, you stuff like Iono research, like that doesn't always work out too well because you like want to accumulate the hand. But I'd much rather just play a card like Colress and draw 5 or C5 cards than play Worker or Avery and just C3. Like, I want to see as many cards as possible because like with a deck like Goldengo, your prize trade's gonna get weird sometimes. So if I'm not taking like the first 2 prizes with my Goldengo deck, I'm probably not winning. So I want to see the most cards as possible to make that as realistic as possible. Well, Chin-Pao's always has a lower winner online than IRL because I think, yeah, it kind of has the perception. I think on the outside of maybe not being the high skill like to play, like you're just spamming 360 damage, but it really is difficult to sequence and give yourself the highest probability to find the cards that you need. So like what, it wasn't like 45% last format, and it was yeah 46%. It was like a mainstay in top 16 of regional, so I wouldn't let that discourage you. Like if you want to play Chien-Pao. Also, like there's like still like sort of like the discovery process going on where people don't really like know what the best way to utilize Iron Hands. Like, do we still play switchers? Do we play rope and counter catcher? Is Iron Hands even worth it? 'Cause I think like if Gardevoir is the BDIF, which a lot of people, including myself, believe, Chien-Pao Hands has one of the best Guardian matchups in the game. So Shoes was clutch. Nice. What's up, Captain? How's it going? Second switcher on Sableye for game. Busted switchers. I suppose it's not a Marble Arp deck without cross switchers. I had the late show get Goldengo getting it above Chien-Pao or the same as Chien-Pao. Yeah. I think it's an interesting call. Like if you have to be heavier on the boss. Yeah, I was thinking about this take earlier. We discussed it. I think it's like he's got so much more ball search than I do. He's gonna be more consistent. I don't want to have to play boss turn 2. Like on paper, Avery beats those. Like it's not. I know before Jirachi came out, I was like, oh yeah, Lost Box just plays Avery. It's fine. But really against Charizard, Avery doesn't really work. Like they have Jirachi on their bench like turn 2. You go to play Avery. You're not playing Colress. You're not threatening Lost Mine. They can get rid of Jirachi. And if you're playing like Avery turn 3, turn 4, they've probably got Charizards built up by now, so they don't really care about Lost Mine too much, so they can discard Jirachi then also. So this instead of being Lycanroc to try to like snipe it and like still be able to play Colress, this has the Lost City boss approach, which I think Lost City is pretty nice right now. Like in Lost Box in general, because Pao Hands is so much tougher without it. Just being able to lost something, they're one Iron Hands for the game with Cavern Tackle, super good. One thing that, like I sort of am not a huge fan of in this list is like one less for a seal target. So I don't know if like a Pidgeot or some other attacker would be worth including. I would like something else to use for a seal stone, because like just benching Crab just to get the Forest Seal effect sometimes sucks. It is like a harder Pokemon to move. Terrakion Roxanne is so insane. Like, and it also gets through Snorlax really well, which is like one of the deck's biggest issues. Like Lugia is not that bad of a matchup with Terrakion in the list. Like I beat Lugia twice yesterday, just basically because Terrakion gets so much value. Yeah, one of Lost City's like, I mean, not just one of, like, I'm playing 2, Salty's playing 2. Oh no, I lost to Lugia. I'm saying, oh yeah, Lugia is a fine matchup. Lugia comes in, gets the dub. After playing that huge online event yesterday, I kind of have really grown to appreciate best of 3. Because really anything, like, you can have a quote-unquote unfavored or favored matchup, but in best of 1, really anything can happen. And in best of 3, the better player doesn't always win. Like matchup still matters, but like the better, like it gives more advantage to the better player. Like I understand, like best of 1 tournaments they finish a lot faster. They're a lot more practical 99% of the time. But like after playing the best of 3 cups last weekend, playing best of 3 tournament yesterday, yeah, I kind of like best of 3. I don't think Lost Box ever played Lost City. I wonder what kind of crazy control deck Bird Boys got cooked up. I think this is the first time I've seen him in a tournament, like post counter catcher. He always plays this Pidgeotto Snorlax control deck. Playing the Crab now. I know he wasn't playing that before. Maybe he's afraid of the mirror match. Still playing the crushing hammers. I think one thing that like sets his list apart is he's always played heavy Iono, like over the Arven stuff. So you're sort of like trading your early game because you're only playing like 4 Nest, 4 Ultra. I wonder if it's like ever right to play Call for Family Pidgey. Just you have that one water energy in the list. I guess you have no way to search it. But like Lugia couldn't get Raikou back, so it didn't matter. I mean maybe you're right. We can look. Wait. Dang it. I don't remember it being something. Lost City's got a long Limitless page. Oh goodness. I'm not seeing it. There's lots of Mew, some Arcdex, Palkia. There's a Lost Box Goodra. That appears to be it. Yeah, that's it. There's one Lost Box deck. It's like an interesting card in a Kyogre. It's just like not necessary. It's like, okay, never mind. I lied. There's one other there. But yeah, not very heavily played card. Raikou Regilucky. Alright, cool. Next round should be coming up soon. So is it going to be 7 rounds, 8 rounds, 159 people? That's 8 rounds, so 6, 1, and 1. This is going to be a late one then. Yeah, till like 10 p.m. and then there's Top Cut. So yeah, this will be fun. So yeah, was it like the same amount of people as the? Yeah, this is actually the same as Battle Park, oddly enough. That's quite funny. All right, maybe I'll face the Roaring Moon switchers this turn. I'd love to face Roaring Moon. That matchup is very 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 good for me if I don't play like. It's being delayed for 5 minutes. Why is that? Why is it delayed? Is there a judge call or something? I don't. You got ping in the Discord. Okay. Well, let me look then. Okay, yeah, I guess there is a granted time extension. Seems good. I heard you want in chat for like for a Sunday night. Seems good. All right. So do you think that this week on Wednesday night, late night, is it gonna be bigger than 330 people? People gonna be like final test for LIC? I wonder if they're like, if you're going to Brazil, tournament starts Friday, right? If you're already left by Wednesday, you're like leaving Thursday. I don't know. It probably depends on if you want to see anything in Brazil or not. I'm sure a lot of people who are going to LIC will try to get into that event because that'll be the last big event before. I'm like very happy that I guess that was okay. Next round up against Pow Hands. This is like the first time I've actually faced it. First time I've faced it playing this deck. So let's get it. Terrakion Lost City incoming. All right. So I'm gonna look at their list real quick. All right, they checked in. They're not playing the cross switchers. They're playing the one rope counter catcher. So this is where like Terrakion is so good. If we can like go Terrakion Lost Zone, then they have like their one rope to get around it. And I'm assuming I am Manaphy on the bench, so there's like no way that they can snipe. So it's very awkward for them. That like not only is it one-shotting hands, but it also has the potential to steal a turn. Especially if we're combining it with Roxanne. Terrakion switchers win. No. You can't just put switchers in everything, Mark. Come on. You can't. It doesn't work. Alright. So I just like to go first so I'm not like, because if they go first, I don't really have too much margin for error. Arceus switchers. The only Arceus that I tried Arceus with the split of the Toad Scrolls and 1/1 Belly Bolt, and it wasn't even that good. So I don't even know like what you could do to make Arceus decent right now. Okay. We have the Lost City straight up in hand. I don't like having the Lumineon on the bench early. Getting mulligans, that was nice. You just bench. I don't know, what are you up against? If you're up against other Lost Box deck, then yeah. Rope is good. Pow Bidoof. So I flower select for double Comfey rope. Hopefully hit a Colress. They failed it, suiting heavy. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to bench the Lumineon, which unless okay, they're gonna spin the Pokestop. Okay, Earthen Vessel super, but that is not an out to Pokemon, and Milk the Iona is pretty big. Pass, there's no Frigibacks. And Manaphy off the top. Okay, I have no problem then benching the Lumineon, and even just rope KO Bidoof is pretty good. I'm still gonna flower select first because I could potentially be able to save the Lumineon next turn for boss's orders. Alright. We don't have that luxury, I guess. I guess boss orders is prize anyway, so do that. We do this. So before I go over the next flower selecting, I'm gonna hit Pokestop. Maybe we hit another switch. If it's a Lost Box Mirror, you can go second. Milled those. This is not an amazing. It's okay, I guess. Got like VIP pass, but like not a ton else. I think I'm just gonna do this. Take out their Pokestop, that gets me to 4, and then I'll just take the knockout with Cramorant. Put Manaphy on the bench. Oh, Inteleon? Oh. Yeah, I'll probably go second and hope that they brick, honestly. I didn't realize that was what you're up against. I was confused. Hitting Voss would have been pretty clutch. Pokestop headed back down. Like, I'm not opposed to Pokestop. Like, that's very helpful. It's always fun when like you win the Battle VIP game. Like, I get to play 2 Vips. And I guess I only played 1, but I drew 2. I drew 3 technically. That's why VIP Pass sucks as a card. I probably didn't find him. Their board looks like this. I did find it, and my board looks so much better. All right, that's probably. Why didn't they Vessel earlier? They're certainly not bricking. It's Urshi Intel? Or what build of... Okay. That's probably really bad for you. Like, you don't have anything big to hit them with. Okay, they're gonna knock me out. If I could reach Lost Mine, KO both Friggies, and like drop the Lost City or something, just Lost Zone both Friggies, I'm betting that'd be a quick... I mean, also Radiant Greninja exists. We have Klara, we have Vac. We're actually not too far from that. Like, it's right there in the Lost Zone. We just need to switch, basically. Fighting Energy, that could be concealed cards. Flower Select. That could be concealed cards. I'm gonna hit the Pokestop. Exactly. That's... Shinpao becomes an awful deck if you don't know how to play it, but yeah, you can give yourself a lot better chance of winning if you're good at Pokemon cards. Alright. So I really would like to be able to Lost City both those Friggies. I feel like that would pretty much end this game. So I am going to rope. This gets me to 6. That Pokestop is so insane for us. I don't need a second Lost City at this point. Like, I'm just knocking out both Friggies. And then that's the game. So 7 in the zone. Unless like I prized on a water energy, but I didn't prize check, so probably gonna get bodied yet. Jirachi doesn't prevent Inteleon. Jirachi's only attacks. Jirachi just would block Yoga Loop. Alright. Now we can seal cards now that all the energies are out of the deck. Pretty good. I think we can just like attach. Were we gonna attach card? I guess if they don't have Iono left, but hey, maybe. Okay, cool. Easy dub. They even scoop before, like right before the Lost City, so. So we're 2-0 against Chinpao. Wait, are we? No. I'm gonna mix up the first round of the other tournament we faced Chinpao. Derp can't wait for rotation. It's gonna be a few months yet. All right. Beat the round 2 curse. Maybe the thing is the round 2 curse only works once in a 24-hour span. So since we got bodied by it this morning, now that it has a 24-hour cooldown period. I am thirsty tonight. Oh, I just like my record is -0. Great job, me. Yeah, great job, me. That's how Platformer works? Yeah, I think so. I'm no expert, but I think that's how it works. Bro, what a no-show at 1-0. You'll love to see it. You already lost? Dang. Seems like a very... I mean, it seems like a pretty impossible matchup. Bro needs the Aerodactyl. No, Inteleon's not skip word for Pokemon again? Okay. You do you, I guess? Pokemon overworked. That's how it works, guys, right? Actually, some others won the first round. A Skeleturge Pidgeot deck. So, like, what are they attacking with? Like, Entei and Radzard? This is like Arbanzard, but they took out the Zards and put in Skeleturge. I guess, Derp, that's pretty tough. like, this is like Arvinzard, but they're like, I don't need the Zard part of Arvinzard. Give me Arvid Dirge. Huh. With the Pidgey and the Bibarel. Interesting. There. Doesn't this guy usually... Okay, I remember that guy playing Control in the past. Playing like a Kyogre deck or something. This is interesting. So you like using the Arcana Guardians, but basically not attacking. You like Raihan to attack with in the mid game, but like you're not really swinging until the ends. Seems weird. Like you can take 4 prizes with Ogre, but how are you taking the prizes in between? Because like normally these lists had, normally they have like Palkia as another attacker way to charge up Radiant Greninja. You had a friend who quit their job to because they wanted to work. My goodness. I guess if you don't need the job needs you more than you need them, then sure. It's funny. Yeah, oh, that's how it works, Derp, right? Snorlax winning is very interesting. I think with the Crab though, like I'm fine. In open list, the Crab definitely gets worse. My opponent then knows that I have it, so I can't just draw till they have 0. Like they'll play around it. It still is just pretty good at applying pressure to their deck. And like the lists that aren't playing Crab are just pretty good for us. But it looks like only one of the 1-0 lists is playing Crab, so that's very good. The Cloth going 0-3, the Zars 0-2, Valiant's 0-2, Reggie's 0-1. They should be in Zoroark though. Busted deck? Question mark? Sweet Zoroark with Quad Keys and Jirachi. Bro is like refusing to lose to Lost Box. He says, I will never lose to LZB again. Interesting take. And they're 1-0. They beat up Moon. I mean, Klefki's pretty good against Moon. Lugia is now 2-0. How many Lugias are there? Like Lugia's usage is much lower than last war. Like we didn't even see 1 single strike and 3 colorless. Like if you would have had a 150 person tournament last format, what there's probably like 15 Lugias, 10 Lugias at least. There's only 4. That number's been like, what was Lugia's usage last format? It was like if you combine both variants, it was 7%. Where does that sit now? It's been cut in half. See, I know what I'm talking about, kind of. I sort of know what I'm talking about. It's already a better start than the one earlier today. But we have to wait 15 minutes. That's the drawback to winning fast. We would much prefer to win in 25 minutes. I think Lugia just gets a lot worse because its best matchup is a lot less common. Like Lost Box goes from at around 10% to 5%. So like Lugia kind of existed because it just beat up Lost Box. Like Tina and regular LCB exist, but you don't really have too many great matchups aside from those. Oh yeah, that was against Zid. Yeah, that game was crazy. Or the one more point was slow playing. Yeah, I'd always take the comfortable win over like, yeah, the last second like stressing about slow play. Just like, who wants to hear me ramble about metagame nonsense for 20 minutes? Even I wouldn't do that. Zorobox is doing quite well. I really want to use the Lycanroc against this. The one thing that scares me though is Scovillain as a card. So the Scovillain can just instantly come back and knock me out. So I'd probably just go, or I try to use Lost City and KO their Jirachi. I guess it probably depends on the board state. Like maybe if we get them on, like we let them take the first prize. Yeah, well that is Iron Valiant though. Like if you survive like 2 or 3 turns, usually you can win the game. But yeah, surviving those first couple turns is incredibly stressful, especially when you're evolving from 50 and 70 HP dudes. Are you playing all the 70 HP ones? Oh no, you're playing all, oh no. You're not playing the art rare ones anymore. Well, yeah, of course, just because like there's like just so many mid decks. So like why would I pick a mid Lugia when there's just other things out there that have better matchup spreads? Seems good, King. Like before Lugia was a pretty good deck because if you combine Lost Box decks, that is 10%, like basically 20% of the meta was good matchups for you, and you could do okay into everything else. You could be okay to bad into everything else, but you would basically have an auto win in 1 in 5 games. Like Charizard was always sketchy for you. Guardy was on the sketchy side. Miraidon was horrible. Pow could be challenging. You had an okay Mew matchup if you played Drapion. So like now you basically cut the Lost Box usage in half. Like there is, I mean, it's not quite cut in half, but it's down pretty significantly. A deck like Goldengo exists, which is a bad matchup. Roaring Moon now exists, which is a bad matchup. So really, what reason do I have to pick up Lugia? Guardy is the worst. It's not fun to play against slow Guardy players, but Guardy's the best deck right now. I'm not going out on a limb by saying that. Like Guardy's one of the few decks in form that has the capability to beat everything. Like Block Lax is okay, like we can throw out Block Lax. Everything else is very winnable. Like what surprises me is how close the POW hands matchup is for Guardy. And if that's like a close to 50-50, then I don't think there's any debate of Guardy being the best. No, Miraidon's definitely worse for Lugia. Miraidon's definitely worse. I really look at like Rift Lugia matchup spread. Miraidon 40%er. I guess like I mean yeah, Charizard's pretty rough too. But like Charizard, you can try to get a Mew EX play in at the end and hopefully get there. And yeah, Goldengo's another. I don't think Goldengo is gonna be super meta relevant. Honestly, like I'd be sort of surprised if there's a Goldengo in top 32 of Brazil. Hey, great job. And 2-0 is pretty good. Yeah, I don't think the Zard matchup is this bad, but you can't tell me that it's a good matchup. I think we're probably closer to 40 if you flip over here, right? Yeah, well, it's actually closer to 50-50, like 55-45. Matchup favors Zard. Lugia can get back in there if they're playing Luxray, if they can force odd prizes for the one-hit Mew EX. It's like if my opponent's flipping over Charmanders, I'm like never thrilled if I'm playing Lugia. And now that there's no Pidgeot in Lugia, I guess there's like not that easy uptrade target. You're like front loading your like I guess big knockout into Iron Hands, which I guess if Iron Hands is taking 4 prizes, that's pretty good. But if it just gets responded right back into, then it's gonna be pretty tough to win. you'd really have to just make them miss a boss for a turn, like promote Snorlax hit. Well, I think the less Lost Box is used, the less likely people are to play counters, so then that makes Lost Box better. Then if Lost Box usage rate creeps back up, like if every deck starts throwing in Jirachi, then yeah, you probably see Lost Box dip back down. Charizard's currently, this one's 70% Jirachi. I've seen as low as 50%, but 70% is quite high. This is on the low side for Guardy. I guess the people are net decking Celio. That Battle VIP Pass usage rate is dipping incredibly low. I can't say I'm just gonna have to get some games in with that deck. It seems so strange to me just because Battle VIP Pass is probably the best card in standard formats. So just to like omit that card when it's just so good seems so questionable. And I understand where he's coming from by not wanting to play it, like be more balanced throughout the game instead of having everything like basically have a make or break turn one. Right. Like I think if you dodge Jirachi, like Lost Box has a pretty insane matchup spread. Like Roaring Moon's good. Guardy and like Charizard's not amazing but winnable. Guardy is okay. Goldengo, Chinpao, Tina, all pretty solid matchups. Miraidon's a solid matchup. Mew is not great. I guess your worst matchups are Mew and Charizard. But everything else is pretty okay. How much are Zards right now? Like are they still around $20? Oh, they're about 50, I guess 20 euros, 14 USD. Not like, yeah, it's definitely one of the more expensive decks to build. Sounds like bro's just salty. Like there's those kind of people are like so cringe because like, yeah, they like get mad at you for something like what that didn't even happen. It's just like, it's okay. You can lose because you're playing a bad deck. You're like, and then you get mad at me for high rolling when like, you're playing not a very good deck. So like yeah, you can benching Jirachi, so Rex is not a factor. Zard is mid. I think Zard's pretty good. Well, everything's mid though. Everything is mid. There's like maybe I think Guardy is the only deck, like only S tier deck in format. Everything else is mid. Guardy's cracked though. 14 matches left. Probably all the Guardies. All of them are Guardies. Told you. This is why. Yeah, Guardy's the worst. What am I looking at? Like this is interesting. This is like a counterbox style deck where you try to fall behind, and then like your end game is counter catch Iono Slowbro. You have Moltres maybe to take a few prizes. This is really cool. There's no Jirachi in here, so you're never beating LZB. And you might not even be beating LZB with Jirachi. Very cool idea, though. But if everyone knows what they're doing, like I guess like LZB just doesn't take any prizes against you, doesn't trigger reversal, and you can't really do anything against them. Like you're gonna load the Cyclizar. I'm gonna become the thing you swore to destroy. Yeah, Ice Rider is still a pile. You're trying so poorly. I mean, that happens with Lostina. Certainly happens. You love files. Too much talking to my computer the last few days. Throat is my voice is dying and my throat hurts. But hey, gotta get those. That's the two tournaments in a day. I feel Zyotix. The Giratina is such an inconsistent experience. Like, aside from like maybe peak Greninja Break, there never felt like a deck that was so good yet so bad at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can have, it's so crazy you can have such a different experience playing the same deck. I remember those like old counter energy counterbox decks, like those Mew counterbox decks, like the baby Mew from Fates Collide. Those were some cool decks. You could not figure out how to play Guardy. You just like get the Ralts down, or if you go first and don't get all the Ralts down, you Mirage Step, get all the Curlies down. Goldengo's bad. I don't think that's a bad take. I don't know how Goldengo stands out. I seriously can't think of a single reason that I should play Goldengo. Which is very sad. I think it's just like the usage rate's high because it's like the new toy. Everybody wants to play that. So like we still see decks like Zarina and Valiant that aren't very good. I knew you were gonna say that, King, but like ask yourself the question: what merit does Goldengo have that some deck doesn't do better, or just as good? Like, if Lugia was a big deck in format, sure, it would have an amazing lug matchup, but Lugia is not a thing. Can I add you on live? Sure. Like, you don't trade well into single price decks. You have pretty much auto lost into the best deck in format. You, like, okay, you got an okay Charizard. You got a manageable Roaring Moon. And everything else is just like okay to bad. I don't think like if you have an auto loss to the best deck in format and then you're just okay into everything else, like why? Like it's not like at least I can be Iron Valiant and have a good matchup into like these things. I don't know. It's price trade manipulation. How did it top 8 yesterday? I'd say Valiant's an okay deck. I'm betting bro didn't face too much Roaring Moon, or just had a pretty solid day. Yeah, facing 2 Roaring Moons is pretty optimal. Like lost to Lugia and Roaring Moon, you would expect that. But then did its thing, like faced 6 other good matchups and somehow beat a Roaring Moon. Yeah, I'm just not a I'm not a believer in the VIP pass lists. Like that's why like initially I played some Goldengo, but then like I'm not gonna invest the time into a deck like trying to make that deck good if I can't think of a reason to play it. Like if there was some sort of like cool utility or thing that Goldengo could do that was unique to it, that made it special, I'd give it a chance. If I want to be a big one-shot deck, I'd play Chin Pao and actually be able to beat single prizers. Trash Box versus Alakazam. What is Trash Box? You talking about Lost Box? Oh, it's That counterbox deck? Okay, I was like wondering like what you meant. Oh, if it's your favorite Pokemon, I get that. Like that's we've all done that before. Like I have a limited amount of time to test for San Antonio, so I'm not gonna spend time. I'm not gonna invest my time into into a deck that I have zero reason of playing. Well, yeah, it's the best card in the game turn one, and it's just yeah, just easy refinement after that. Well, then I feel like you play the path Lumineon Solrock, but then you're kind of sacking what Goldengo does. Like Goldengo, the only thing Goldengo has that's cool is it's very consistent. And Path is not fixing your bad matchups. Like Path and Prey is probably not beating Guardy most of the time, and it's not fixing any of these single prize decks that just out trade you. So I really don't know why you would choose to play. It'd just be like hope that Path sticks. Or are you also, but you like can't really play judges in Goldengo or something to like try to get it to stick, because like you have to build up your own hand. So Path becomes a lot weaker of a card if you don't have Judge to help it stick. I don't think like for the amount of slots you have to invest into that, like the probably 2/2 Lumineon Solrock and 3/4 Paths. It's not fixing what the deck struggles into. All right. 2-minute timeout. Is it just gonna be like timeout in between rounds, like 5-minute time thing in between rounds? Okay, I guess not. I don't know. Oh, I wonder if it's either a judge call or judge fell asleep. And I definitely can see like North America doesn't like Guardy as much as Europe, but 2 of the 3 oh no, I'm against Lugia. Okay, we can make this work. They're a pile. It's fine. 2 out of the 3 or 2 out of the 4 big tournaments before San Antonio are European, and Europe loves their Gardevoir. So I could see there being that Guardy hype going into San Antonio because it does very well both those European regionals, and Australia likes Guardy too, and there's a regional there. And then it maybe doesn't do quite up to expectation in NA, but if there's like huge Guardy hype, that's like awful news for Goldengo. Like I don't think there's a card you could play to fix that matchup. It's not like you can play like Radiant Greninja or something. It feels like some way to load Radiant Greninja out of nowhere. Maybe. Every time I'm literally about to start playing. So, patience, my friend. You just have to wait for everyone to accept the friend request. We're getting there. Like 3 rounds in, my water bottle's already empty. Seems good. I destroy everyone so fast. Sometimes these first 2 rounds have been pretty quick. So against Lugia, Terrakion's gonna be super good. We're gonna want to have that. We want to make sure we have Manaphy on our bench. Radiant Greninja into Sableye is gonna be good. Crab can be a good finisher. Still playing Cloth? Well, Cloth is pretty good for Sablezard. Like, that should be pretty nice for you. So you can just like trade 1-for-1 with single prizes, then just, I guess they probably can't bench the Electrode, but eventually they run out of DTEs. Like, they only have 4 attacks, and then they're going back into Electrode. And then for swinging with Electrode, that's a 2-prize Radiant Charizard can get. And my opponent's just not... You could go second and try to take the first prize. I think you could. Because whoever takes the first prize is going to have the advantage. So going second would be pretty good for that. Okay, opponent, what's the deal here? Accept the friend request. Bruh. It's not hard. You press the button, and we play Pokemon. I guess this is challenge difficulty impossible. Accept your opponent's friend request. Alright, well. There we go. Yeah, like, even if, I guess, if you're not playing Radiant Greninja, it's a little sketchier because like you can't use Sableye to like take multiple prizes, but they still only have 4 attacks, like 4 single prize attacks in a game, and then they have to go back into the Electrode. So then maybe they try to use like the Electrode early, like soak a hit and then yeet back or something. I'm going second against Lugia, not what we want, but it's okay. Dang. Give me a Comfey on the lead there, and we're cooking. All right, that's pretty good too. I don't like giving Lugia more cards. Hopefully it's like the Lugia Pumpkaboo draw pass. Oh, the open Rads are the worst starter in the deck. You absolutely love to see it. Tails means they are at least finding Lugia V Star this turn, or Lugia V this turn. So they get to, oh, Squawk ability, their hand's bad. This seems like it could be a potentially painful Squawk. 7 cards in hands? There's likely to be more than a few energies in there. There's a Jet back into the Squawk, so they get Radzard out of the active spot at the expense of a Jet. Rope could be pretty funny then. Squawk and Seize. Huh. I guess like they get the Lugia, but there's not like too much after that. They are playing like, if it's like a 3-2 Lugia, I like having the Squawk in the active spot. Like I can spit into that. And if they're retreat into Lugia to like prevent me from hitting this, Rope is really good. Hey, chat, why do you have to freeze right now? And we see, I mean, there's 2 energies committed to are basically just wasted. Not, I guess, not wasted, but not attacking with it. So Colress. Okay. Stuff. Can I get... I kind of want to keep you, Terrakion. Hand is awkward. I guess I don't. I don't need Manaphy yet if I'm not dropping Radgren. Where's the other Sableye? So that feels a little bit awkward to throw that guy out. We have all the energies. Yeah, they're playing Mew EX, so if I'm dropping what's it called? Radiant Greninja, I'd like to have it on the board alongside with it. It's like not like the end of the world if it's not there. It's the point of Crab to mill, or it's the point of Crab is to well, it's only to mill against Snorlax control. It's a big hitter up against Charizard, against Gardevoir, against Giratina. Yeah, Screamtail is an insane card. Yeah, like, it's kind of funny. Like the lists that are doing best right now are not playing VIP Pass or Zacian, like two core cards from previous formats. All right, another energy. That's the second gift. So how many gifts is that? All the gift energies? No, actually, no, there's 4 gifts. There is 4 Jet, 4 DT, 4 gifts, 1 Luminous, 1 Therapeutic, 1 V-Guard. Only 1 Therapeutic? Dang, how is Brosa's 4th gift is better than 2nd Therapeutic? That's an interesting take. Okay. I'd like to be at least cramming this turn. Forest Sealstone's clutch. He got Judge Pathed one too many times. Could be the truth. I don't mind just spitting this turn. Yeah, he got Judge Pathed and he's like, I hate this, I'm out. Sorry. Sorry, Manaphy. Not yet. I guess I'll put this down on the bench. If it like forces a boss early, then that's totally okay. That plays into my evil plan with Terrakion. Yeah, I don't know how. Just draw Tempest Dive. Okay. 5 in the zone. Okay. Okay. Awkward turn this turn. Spend all the gates. I was gonna say, oh yeah, boss lost mine is an option, but not really when they still have this amount of energies left. Now this is interesting because like I want all these cards. Rob is really nice here. But I have to guard both waters and I'm not attacking. Well, I have Ultra Ball Super Rod. This exists and this is hilarious. I mean, I can just do this and have the boss potentially. Yeah. Wait, no, I messed up. I lost on no. Oops, I okay. Misplays only. Good plays not allowed. Dang it, bro. Dang it. Okay. Awkward turn. Oh, I suppose we're not crabbing. Well, I was. Yeah. I just get the 3rd Comfey down. I thought didn't realize we'd lost in the other water already, so yeah, that was not so good. And you're probably right about that not happening in person. All out misplay, yes. So the next turn we lost mine 8-4. We just don't have that big hit now. So it might be Cavern Tackle carrying. Why not Vacuum? Then I mean, spend the second gate, and I didn't really want to do that. All in misplay. I was like, I initially thought like, oh yeah, I lost in water. I have to keep both to attack. But it's like, no, yeah. Anti-Valiant because it's a pile. Dang, Anti-Valiant, if they set up, it definitely beats you. They don't even need to do much and they beat you. Boss, my one Sableye. Yep. Sounds good. Now it's Terrakion time, I guess. Mine would be nice, but another Comfey. Not helpful at all. It has to be Attach Retreat. Pile versus pile. Wow. That feels incredibly bad. Bodied for misplaying, I guess. Dang. Well, they have to spend 3 energies. they never have Jet Boss in hands. Alright, well that's why we benched the Terrakion. So we're hoping that this, but still, like, we're gonna need a Cavern Tackle to really do a lot for us. I guess if we're using Lost Mine to knock out Lugia, then they don't get the gift energy. I wouldn't like that. Like DT attack, like DTE energy retreats. Okay, the other gift energy. So that is 4 energies. 7, 8. They have 7 energies left though. Like they still have way too many. Unfortunately, and my rod is at the bottom. One of my rods. I think I should have the other. Okay. My gates are at the bottom as well. But I have to shuffle the deck here. Okay, I need that last rod. So please, will you give it to me? I guess I do not need water energy. Card. I guess spending that Ultra Ball was. What do we even do? Like, I can't even attack this turn now. I still can't. Super Rod is a bottom 4 card in my deck. Excellent. Well, we lose. I drew so many cards. I just didn't draw them correctly. It's very hard to, and like also that stupid crab misplay. Like if we crab earlier, we're in such a better spot. But what? What? What is this play? Oh, what? Why? Bro, you literally win the game. So now do they even have enough energies to win? 6, 7, 10, 11. I mean, they still have 4 energies left. Unlikely to matter. But that play doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Terrakion takes the knockout. Cool. Do I have another switching deck? I don't. So I don't even have any left, period. There's 2 ropes in there. I actually have prized 2 cards, so I've okay odds of hitting it. Yeah, I know. I'm so confused on that line of play. I don't really have like, I mean, hit Rod, I suppose, is something. Promotes the Billy. Now I guess what attacker do they have? Like, if I just chill with Terrakion, rocks to 2. But like, you just swing with Lugia and I can never win. I Cavern Tackle for the knockout, but you have more than enough energies to close out the game. I'm so confused. Yeah, I had gifts and everything. Like you're like never losing 1 Luminous. Well, he can't swing with the Radzard yet. There's not enough. So I can just draw pass. So I have 2 different things I can do. I can rocks to 2 and just say you do not hit anything, which I suppose is something. I mean, but I obviously don't have boss in hands. I'm going to pass. And yeah. Gives is the best card in the deck, kind of. They win with Snorlax. Okay, heads is nothing. Heads doesn't get him anywhere. They have 4 energies left. Lugia V. But DTE Lugia V doesn't win the game. Not that I have much of an answer to that. I guess I can hit it for 90 with Cavern Tackle. But then what? Why not Motivate? Motivate's actually really good. Okay. This matters, potentially. 10 on the Lugia. Cavern Tackle. And DTE to the lug. Evolve. Little brother took the controller. Very well could have. There's all the energies. So now do you have boss? Yeah, they win now. They made it a lot harder for themselves than it had to be. If I had boss, I literally win. If I have the other boss, I boss Archeops, they're out of energies, and I win. Or if I had rope also wins the game. But I don't. I put Crab in the active spot for a turn. But I don't have any switches, so it'd be a hard to treat Crab. What does that do for me though? Like eventually they win this game. If I can load up the Crab or load up thing. If we have rope and boss, we win in this moment. I guess they have 1 energy left. I don't know. Like we can retreat and mine, take 2 prizes, but then we just lose. I don't know, maybe they if wow. Opponents just must, I don't know what happened there, but opponent gave us a chance to win. Like a lot higher than should have been. Not that this matters at this point, but dang, that was silly. Double cart. Nice, nice. Nice job, Larry. Yeah. So if I have Roper Boss left, I guess that they have the 1 energy, we could potentially win. No, we literally boss up Radzard again, and then they can't win. Oh well, like that was. They made that way harder than it had to be. Like, they literally just announced Tempest Dive there. Oh wow. I'm not gonna be Lugia if I draw that way. Like, Terrakion can make it interesting. I just can't draw poorly. Like, I can't just miss throughout the game. I have to have a... Like, I didn't see a Battle VIP Pass. So we were sort of just behind from... Hope you don't play against me? I would take Tina. That'd be a pretty good matchup for me. I would most certainly accept Tina. Okay. Marv is 2-0. I'd be more afraid of facing Salty Steak when 1-2 drop. I'd be terrified of facing him because I always lose to him. The Lost Box hands. Alright. 5 matches left. Guaranteed all to be Guardy. Okay, actually a Tina. Hold up. How is that possible? Okay, it's either block Lex or Guardy if you're still playing at this point. I told you, like it's literally. I guess it's Zorobox LZB. There's like just so many slow decks right now. I think Raikou is I don't think you should be playing Raikou right now. Like, Lightning Weakness doesn't hit a lot. Charizard is not playing Pidgeot anymore, and Lugia hardly exists. So I don't think you should be if you're playing Raikou, you're playing it because it's a Forest Seal target, and then at that point, like, why wouldn't you just play somebody else? Like, they're better Forest Seal targets. If it's strictly for Forest Seal Stone, then surely Pidgeot's better. How is Goldengo 2-0? Give it to me. 3-0. Beat a Moon. I mean, I guess those are 3 matchups that you're okay into. We're 51 in chat and it's like a chill Sunday stream. That's funny. Usually it's like 20 or 30. People are interested in the Lycanroc. They missed round 1 where it actually carried. Card is gas. All right, 3 minutes. Okay. Is Evo TM worth it in Guardy? I don't think so. Like, Mirage Step is... like I'd rather go first in Mirage Step than like try to hit the TM. Oh, nice, nice. I always try to bring something a little different to the table. I mean, yeah, when I play something boring, it doesn't go very well, so we have to switch it up. I try Mew and it's 1-3 drops, so yeah, I just spam Lost Box. That's pretty much my life. I try something outside of LZB and life doesn't go so well, so yeah, just LZB is good. I like that stuff. I was a Lugia man at one point. That was a very sad time in my life. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Now it's DTE. I think you could play, I guess you could play a Pidgeot then if you wanted to. Or just second Dragonite. Like, I don't hate just playing 2 Dragonites. That was post-rotation Lugia. That was colorless last format. What against Evozard with the Jirachi? But there's no Manaphy. There's Jirachi. But bro seriously said Minior is a better card than Manaphy. What? Bro lost the block lax and said, this is it. I'm not losing to this deck again. Okay. Try to put them asleep over and over again? Oh, with Darkrai? Oh, Dragon is like a weird card. Like, it was like $10 at one point. I don't know if it's still that much. It's like playing the Sleep Roaring Moon. Oh, Darkrai. Okay. Took me a second. What? Oh, I almost did the thing and forgot to switch over. Okay, I had to do a double take there, Ziotics. I was like, what? Oh, okay, good. It has the double Turo like Sims was running yesterday, but you can't ever tell me that Minior is. I think, yeah, you could play Lumineon, but it has to be playing Ultra Balls. They had everything. The Darkrai Sleep play couldn't carry. Who am I up against this round? No, I forget. That person. They got the friend request yet? Of course not. Okay. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to accept the friend request. Maybe they're like relogging in or something. That's what I love about live. It's so easy to get into friendly battles. Like PTCGL or PTCGO, you always had to relog, right? Oh, it was. Now he's speaking to me in the Limitless chat in non-English, so that's great. Where are they from? I assume it's either Spanish or Portuguese. They're from Argentina, so probably Spanish then, right? Oh, they have their flag says Argentina. I guess you can set your flag at whatever you want, though. So I don't even know if I go for Lycanroc since they're not playing Jirachi or not playing Manaphy, because I just Moonlight Shuriken, like Hawlucha Moonlight Shuriken, KO Charmeleon, and Jirachi. I just like want to go second. I'll see if I squawk. There's the that's why people play 2 squawks. They play no heavy double squawk because it feels pretty awful to prize it. We win the flip against Evozard. That is so good. This is one of the few matchups where, like, if you go against it, like, I think it's probably like just LZB or like more aggressive decks, but if you go against it, you like want to go second. Not an incredible hand here. I'm getting mulligans, good. 2 mulligans, we take it. Like, if I can be threatening the turn 2 Moonlight Shuriken, they'll be in trouble. I'm getting 2 mulligans. I got the nest ball, some pivot. I love when I draw the mulligans and they opened the one on mini or bro body. It's so bad. Imagine if this was Manaphy. That's pretty good. Either Crab or Raikou. I think I don't know. I would probably play Crab right now. I would say it's more likely to be good than Raikou. Right, we will flower select. Come on. I was like, I'm not gonna nest ball first. See where that got us. We have like everybody in here that we wait. Where's the Sableye? We didn't press any Colress, so like we oh, that's just I lost him to gate though, didn't I? Oh no, I lost him fighting. Never mind. Yeah, there's like pretty much everyone's here. You just can I get Colress, please? Our third Comfey, I guess it is. We want Comfey. We will attach retreats. Why I gotta work so hard? Can I just get... Okay, that's concealed cards, I guess. I gotta work. I'm trying to get there. I'm working on it. And I didn't get there. Okay, well, I have boss in hand, so I'm probably chasing the Charmeleon. If opponent has their one candy and Charizard, I guess we like sort of just throw up our hands. They're probably gonna go for the TM. So like if I could get the Radiant Greninja Hawlucha KO both Charmeleons, I assume they're playing the 100 HP Charmeleons. Yeah, that's definitely better with the TM. Wait, what? Oh, for the Forest Seal, I guess. That I had to. You love to see it. Their hand must be that bad. Even with the Babero, they're still like, yep, Lumineon. Wow, you don't see that every day. The nest ball for the fish just for the Forest Seal. There's Lumineon V. I'd be pretty upset if they have the Candy Zard with the one rare candy there. Okay, just Technical Machine Evolution. Didn't even go for Arven. Oh, we're getting absolutely stream sniped. Bodied by the stream sniper. There we go. I mean, I still have boss. I just Lumineon. Okay, yeah, this is great. What does bro do here? All right. I don't know if I want to shuffle the deck with the Lumineon. Let's flower select first. Collapsed is awesome, so then I can bench the fish, get the boss's orders, and then collapse the Lumineon. I'm not going to conceal cards because I want to have Moonlight Shuriken for next turn. I don't want to spend Rod to do it, preferably, since I'm already down 1 Rod. Alright, we collapse the fish. It's probably one of the reasons why we added Collapse to the list. That wasn't in the list yesterday. Spit Innocently. It's like pretty much exactly how one of my games yesterday went. Except I have the Collapsed Stadium to bounce my... Okay. The people ask me why I'm never playing, or when I come in I'm never playing. This is why. I'm winning games turn 3. Deck is just too good. It's It's just too good for YouTube. It doesn't work well. I mean, it works well, but it doesn't work well for streaming. We got the win. Very funny. You're going against Roaring Moon? That's a pretty okay matchup. And Bird Voice 4-0 with the control deck. Carson Washer's list goes hard. Let's see. It has VIP passes. Good. I like it. I think this is a pretty good Guardy list. Yeah, I like this. This is probably closer where I would be at with Guardy than no VIP pass. I just like this is. I guess Avery Screamtail pretty good. Avery Screamtail is very good. Against the Guardy Mirror. 3-1, nice. Oh, was that Chinpao? Nice. Avoid Blitzel #1 goal. Yeah. That's no show at a 3 or at a 2-1. Enze Valiant got its career ended by King Heracross. So King is 3-0. I dumpstered on Goldengo, and then here it is. Could very well be 4-0 here. Against Miraidon. How does it help with Tail? It makes it so your opponent has to choose to keep Manaphy instead of an actually good Pokemon. And then if they get rid of Manaphy, that opens up Screamtail to take out another one of their bench Pokemon, like get them basically a 2 Pokemon bench. Opponent's breaking, hey, we take those. We take those dirt. Okay. Well, what do we have to talk about for the next 20 minutes? Snorlax is doing quite well tonight. All the Snorlaxes are still in contention. What does Crab really do? You can use it to set up knockouts on, like it takes like the Lost Mine preparation, but it can set up knockouts on Crab or not Crab, on Charizard. Guardy like self knocks it or puts itself into range. I don't know if it like makes sense on like a regular turbo list. I don't know, because like you don't have probably quite as many ways to take Jirachi off the board, if like any. So I don't know if it fits there. I do think one thing that like sort of holds back Evozard in the Lost Box matchup is like IRL, I don't know what you're playing, I win the flip and I'm going first, and like if it's online though, I'm always choosing you at second, which like might be why it's so bad, even though they're playing half the list plus they're playing Jirachi. So in closed list, it makes Evozard a lot better. At least maybe in like a day 1 setting, because like by day 2, everyone sort of knows what everyone's playing. It's gonna be interesting for like PokeStats Live. Like people love to falsely report their decks to keep that competitive advantage. It's gonna be even worse this format when there are decks that love to go second. Like last format, there really wasn't any deck that like always chose to go second. Like Lost Box wanted to go second in Mirror. So yeah, that's me. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who like falsely report decks at LAIC to try to keep that competitive advantage. I know Jared Grimes said he was gonna start like banning people or limiting their ability to report if they had too many false reports. No one plays Jirachi? Okay. 4-0, let's go. Lost the deck. All I gotta do is trash Goldengo and then it just does well. You haven't hit like all amazing matchups either. Like Miraidon's pretty good, but Entei Valiant and regular like Urshi Valiant are definitely not amazing. And Pow definitely can go off the rails if you go second. You just have to have Scissor to mess up the prize trade. Yeah, 4-0 with the Goldengo. Just 2 more. Just 8 rounds, right? Dang. Okay. Well, I guess I have time. I'm gonna fill up my water real quick. Refill my water, but I will be right back. That is something funny, guys. My opponent clearly was not very happy that I beat them. They are dropping limitless chats. This line in Spanish, which after throwing it in Google Translate, is the beauty of playing open list. Calls the judge, and then leaves. So I guess bro was mad that I chose to go second in a matchup that is advantageous for me to go second. Like, this is the game you play when you play Radzard or you play Evozard in open list. Like, don't tell me you wouldn't do the same thing. How does Lycanroc counter Jirachi? Well, we combine it alongside like we combine it alongside Hawlucha, and then we can snipe the Jirachi turn 2 without having to play without having to play boss order. Like, we can play Colress first turn and still be able to snipe it. We can play Colress on the second turn and still snipe it. So, and then after we get the value out of the Hunting Claw, like Lycanroc can usually soak a hit. Then we can just Collapsed Stadium, get it off the board, and it's not a 3 prize liability. But yeah, I won the game. I'm very confused, like why? Like, they called the judge, like they were. It's not like for a second I saw like lists and I was like, oh crap, did I submit the wrong list and they realized it? But no, my list isn't wrong. Like, if we punch this into Google Translate, it literally like reads as the beauty of playing open list. Oh, it just sucks to play like boss turn 2, because then you're like not in a great spot to Lost Mine on the following turn. But if I'm playing Colress the first 2 turns of the game, I use Lycanroc. I play Colress next turn, I should be using Lost Mine. I'm still like advancing my board state by playing Colress. So that's why. And then also Lycanroc is a decent attacker versus Iron Hands decks. So I think it's pretty cool. Why do you call it judge? Because he was salty that he lost. That I chose to go second in a match if it was advantageous for me to go second. I mean, considering that he like totally dodged the judge call, like when the judge finally came, he didn't respond. Bro was just either misclicked or salty, but probably. Yeah, I'm just being toxic by going second. You're right, C-Chip. I'm gonna take it to Cubs this weekend or next weekend, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm like probably playing Lost Box just because I feel like I know Lost Box in and out so well. Like, I feel like I can I can pilot Lost Box at an elite level, and I don't know I can do that with another archetype. So probably some build of LZB. But Lycanroc, I don't know. It probably depends on how the meta develops at the 4 events prior to that. Like, if Jirachi's still around, it pretty much depends on the metagame, because Lost Box can fit basically whatever it wants. If it's just what is best against the expected meta. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, very, very, very weird. So what list am I exactly playing? This is what I like right now, and I think the Lycanroc line, Collapsed Stadium, and Hawlucha are the 4 flex spots, and you could choose to do other things with those slots depending on what you expected to face. I think you probably just cut Collapsed for like second nest ball if you're not playing Lycanroc stuff. So you basically have like 3 slots to mess around with. Pre-Paradox Rifts? If you're playing pre-Paradox Rifts, this is my stupid LZB deck that I like. This is, I won a cup and top 4 to cup last format with this. Because Lugia and Urshifu actually existed. Well, I played Raikou instead of Drapion, but you can play Drapion if you're afraid of Mew. So, yeah. Terrakion is very good. Like, I do not dislike playing Terrakion. Like, any excuse to play that card. What was funny is, like, the people, like, I was listening to the VOD of the Senior Doom tournament, like, when he had his casters and everything, and I was listening to it back, and they're like, oh, what does Terrakion do? Like, and it was just like, and like, how is that good? And like, what, you don't realize it? Well, I wasn't happy about cutting Nest Ball for Ultra. I will admit that. But if you look at like a regular LCB list, like we go over to Toronto. Let's pick Dylan Gunn's list here. He's playing 3 Ball Search cards. So I am, even though I cut an S Ball, I'm still playing more Ball Search than him. And my Ultra Balls are Colress. His Nest Balls are not outs to Colress. So, like, I'm slightly above average to like, consistency-wise in Turbo. I would like to have the second Nest Ball. Like, it's not a cut I felt great about. And maybe if, like, Lycanroc is not good, then you take out the Collapse, you take out the Lycanroc, you put in Nest Ball, and you put in different attackers. But I think the Collapsed Stadium makes like Lycanroc such a more viable card because you can kill Jirachi with it, soak a hit, retreat, collapse it, and then you're up a prize and Jirachi's gone. Like, that's exactly the prize map Lost Box dreams of. How do you get better at deck building with LCB? I mean, I don't think there's like some sort of magic formula. I just cook up some crazy stuff because I feel like I have a good grasp on the card pool and the current overall metagame, but that's just years of experience in playing, so like nothing really replaces experience. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how LAIC and all that develops. It'd be hilarious to see someone take Lycanroc to a day 2 finish. Think about running Scizor for... in what deck, Donnie? Rare candy replaced experience. I see what you did there, Joss. We could face them, Marv. We could face each other. I would love that Roy Moon matchup. LZB? It would eat up a lot of slots, but it could be a cool idea. Yeah, and it just makes for like it sucks to have like bench Crab just before a seal and have that liability on the bench, but like collapsed to clear it just makes your opponent's prize map more difficult. Like, that's one thing I think maybe could have won me one round yesterday if I could have had it. Because like, also, to pull off the Lycanroc play, you have to bench commit your whole bench to do it. And you sometimes bench lock yourself out of Sableye. So like, it's double good. You get the 3 prize liability out of play, and you open up room for Sableye, and the Lycanroc cleared the Jirachi. But I think if like you're not afraid of Jirachi, and you're like, Blitzle, I do not care. If I do face Jirachi, I'll accept the L to it. I'd be like, okay. So you cut Lycanroc for Nest Ball. You could like put... I want some other big attacker in here. I don't know what that is. Maybe a Koraidon EX, Iron Valiant EX, maybe some other V attacker. Oh, Luke Metal's Ashen, yeah. A lot of people like Luke Met. I haven't fully like thought about like what I do with the Lycanroc slots if I were to take them out. Yeah, like I think Collapsed is better than Turo because I just want to be playing Colress the first 3 turns of the game. Avery seems good on paper, but it doesn't really work. Like, if you use it turn 2, they bounce the Jirachi because they don't care. You're not reaching Lost Mine. And if you use it turn 3, turn 4, they discard Jirachi because they already have all their Charizard set up. So unfortunately, Avery just... it's like it only really works if the Zard player is low rolling. Like against a good player, they'll just be like, okay, Jirachi, fine. I'll keep Manaphy over Jirachi, and that's okay. Alright, timeouts. Let's keep it going. Can I phase my first like Roaring Moon? There's only a couple moons. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Here we are. Gardevoir without Jirachi. Okay. This is, I think this is Celia's list, right? The triple Guardy, no VIP pass. We get the what is this deck in chat. Nice. All right, shout out to my opponent. Yeah, I got second yesterday. I'm not telling you what it is. That's for you to figure out. Yeah, you could mess around with Iron Valiant toy catchers. The thing with Iron Valiant is a lot more strenuous on your Switch cards, which you probably have to play a couple more switches if you wanted to make that work. What is even going on? If I would ask them what is going on here, and I say Lost Box but with Lycanroc. Okay. That's good for you, Dirk. Uh-oh, I think you just scooped the bird one. Any other funky ways to heal Jirachi? Not that I've thought of. Lycanroc was the idea I had Saturday morning. And I've so far got top 4 in a 100-person tournament, second in a 280-person tournament, and then 1-2 drop. We don't talk about that. So I don't know what. There could be some other better option. None that I've thought of yet. It'd be like something else that could like either like gust up the Jirachi, something that could, but like you can't snipe it because of the effect. Maybe something like stage 1 that puts damage counters down, because then like you couldn't, Jirachi doesn't block that. Alright, let's just play Pokemon this time, because against Celio I did not play Pokemon. So like let's actually do that this time. Like that'd be really good. I get to go first, which is optimal here. I think it's not. Didn't Celio play 2 counter catchers? Maybe I'm wrong. Bro, that hand would have been gas. Like, give me a Comfey instead of Collapsed. And we are cooking. Instead, we get this. What has been this? So many bricks into Gardevoir. Are you kidding me? Like, we literally have, like, the optimal opening hand, and then just no basic, and then we get basic. Okay. It's not over yet. We get to do something. I get 1 in the Lost Sun at least. Okay. No Battle VIP passes. What? Who needs those cards anyway? What does that Battle VIP pass card do? Isn't it what we put it in the Lost Zone, right? Memory skip, hitting the board, Ultra Ball. Like if I can set up quick enough that I really can make my opponent have to get down Manaphy instead of a roll, it's like that is so good. But like 1 Comfey turn 1, yeah, like you don't care. Iono, I'm mad that I lose my Colress, but the other 5 cards in the hand really sucked, so. Now I have 6 cards in my hand. All the Battle VIP passes. Bruh. Okay. 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 We like stabilize and then we don't. This is funny. Like we had the perfect hand but mulligan into the bad hands. Oh no. Okay, it's Candy Arcana. If it were Candy Big Guardy. This is like the exact repeat of the set against Celio in finals yesterday. Like as soon as I get anything going, it's just gone before I even had it. Yeah, it's like bro's deck is functioning without Battle VIP Pass, and my deck's playing VIP, and it's not functioning. Like, I love that card. It's so good for the health of the game. Am I salty? Not at all. Alright, can I get a Colress for a Sealstone? Yeah, more energies. That's just what I wanted. Okay. Collapse is kind of funny. Let's go. This is not a let's go. Aha, I got them to discard the Radiant Greninja. I'm so mean. I wish this Collapsed Stadium were an S-ball out now. I'm feeling it a little bit. It's just like I beat the two guardies yesterday that I faced because I got to play Pokemon. And I got to spit turn 1. But yeah, I'm not beating anything if I draw this way. And especially not Gardevoir. It's okay, they always play themselves into the crab range, right? Okay, super odd. That's what Celio nearly did. Okay, thank you. Opponent's being nice though. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. Comfey's Colress is still missing in action. Can you like whiff? One more turn, please, bro. Please. Alright, cool. I'm not as like hard-bodied. I'm still not doing well. Like, can I get a Colress? For a Sealstone. We're in here. That is Colress. I get to play the game. Unreal. And actually, Awkward Turn is epic. Oh, I prized 2 Colresses. No wonder. No wonder I wasn't doing anything. And I prized a Rod. Cool. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, now this is finally let's go. I don't want a Rope. I guess Rope is not bad. Rope isn't horrible. I want you for sure, but then what's the final last card here? It's either, I think it's a Fighting Energy. Alright. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna bench the Greninja to make him think about it. I have energies in deck. Yes, I do. So we Awkward Turn, take a prize. Somehow I took the first prize. I didn't do anything for 3 turns. But I still managed to take the first prize. I love Pokemon cards. I never said anything bad about the Pokemon trading card game. Alright. Odds are I draw a Colress, I guess, right? Okay, now I can conceal it. And then we have all the Comfeys on the board. I suppose having no Lost City means we can't Lost City Cress. But we somehow managed to take the first prize. Great news. Prize number 6 always carries. I told you, prize number 6. Like, when you need something, press prize number 6. Works every time. Most of the time. Alright, Fog Crystal. What if I want to prize some Guard EXs? That could be why they're struggling out the gates here. And they just spent a Spent a rod, so like lost mining the Manaphy is kind of interesting. I'm threatening mine next turn though. 7 in the lost zone. Alright, Ultra, they're finally getting to Guardy EX after 40 million years approximately. They finally get their Guardy EX. Every time 1/6 of the time? Absolutely correct. They're bench locked. That's fun. But they have an Artisan that they could bounce with. Embrace. Okay, Brainwave. Okay. This is fine. I've already used Forest Seal, right? Yeah. So I don't need Manaphy. Don't need Forest Seal Stone. We can concealed cards. I would like to mine this turn. Excellent. I want to keep the Crab V available. Feels a little bad to do this. 10, right? I'm not messing that up again. So we play Rope. So and anyway, what do we KO? Man, if they just evolve the Kirlia, like putting 6 there would be kind of hilarious, but they have more Guardies. I'll establish the pivot. Lost mine. I could go KO Manaphy, prep damage here. I don't want to make Crest too good, but also I would just want to KO the draw engine. So let's do this. And if we get Crest, we get Crest. Super odd, very, very good. I could have put all 12 on that Guardy, I guess. But like both candies are gone, so that Ralts is kind of weak. Arcana. And they must have prized the Kirlia. So there's the Cresselia. I just keep spamming Lost Mine over and over and over. I probably should put 4 on the Manaphy, so this was a little less good. Watch the. It'd be so hilarious if they played themselves right into the crab, like Celio did that one time. Okay, Sableye is most likely getting sniped. But the good news is I have more Sableyes. They have 4 Iono's pads, so probably gonna start. The Iono train's gonna start next turn. Moonglow reverse. All right. I never did like a proper prize check, so other Sableye could be prized, but it's not. Klara isn't either, so that's pretty good. I would like to be able to Klara this turn. Not Klara, but not have to gate. Might have to, though. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. We only have 1 gate left, so I want to save that for the crab. I just put this on the Comfey. I probably just put all 12 on the active. They only have the one rod left, so getting Cresselia back is going to be difficult. So I have the prize maps laid out here. It's lost mine 3 more times. Colress off the prizes, epic. Promote the Arcana Gardevoir. It's like kind of bad to damage the Arcana Guardi. I guess Cram was prized, wasn't it? I didn't see it in there. Because Cram would be kind of good if they have to double Embrace, but I suppose Reversal's live. So they still have 2 Psychics left. There's a Super Rod. Okay. Reversal to the active. I like that we have good odds of finding Klara off of, well, not good odds, but we have, like, we don't just have Klara in hand. Like, Klara is one of the best cards to see right now. Refinement. That kind of tells us that there might not be Iono in hand, and I guess there only is 1 left, so could potentially be prized. Level Ball. If they just Brainwave, I'm gonna try to Lost Mine this, just because it's something that could eventually evolve out of Lost Mine range. Screamtail. Catcher Screamtail is always something that exists. Just a Brainwave. They were unable to find the Iono, so that's big. So I want to KO Kirlia. Boss's orders. I'm gonna see if we hit the Klara. Okay, that was easy. Alright. We have that now. So what is a little annoying is how my Sableye is playing hide and seek. Because Turo could put us into an awkward prize map. I don't want it to spend the last gate. They're never mentioning another Ralts. Alright, I'm gonna retreat. And I'm gonna hope that we hit the... I can Rod back in double Psychic Energy. I think that's good. Like, I just want to hit it here. Probably should have done that earlier. Oh, unfortunate. Now Turo can do funny thing. Turo can be very funny now. Alright. Lost Mine. We're taking the KO here. And I'm just putting the other 4 here. Yeah, I'm extremely afraid of Turo. I don't know if I can win if my opponent plays Professor Turo. Like, goes for the... Maybe they played themselves into the trigger avalanche. You never know. Avery. I don't really need the Greninja at this point. Then out 1 more card. Do it. Okay, they're retreating back into the big Guardy. So you know what's funny is if they Turo next turn, which they sort of have to do to stay alive, they lose to Trigger Avalanche. So I am doing that. I'm just promoting the Sableye 10-2. Because there wasn't an Iono this turn. Miracle Force. Yeah, Crab could go crazy. They doubt the Crab and look what happens. There's a Psychic Energy. If I didn't have to gate last turn, this game's over. But we did have to Crab. Sure. We shouldn't ever be using boss's orders. Like, we're winning with Lost Mine, so I just want to thin this out. Okay, we can bench that. And then use Lost Mine, puts all 10 on there. Not all 10, but most of them. I was trying to be prepared if we get Iono'd. Iono would be very scary, but we do have one Psychic left in deck. Fog Crystal. So do they have the Professor Turo? Benching Cresselia. So they're not going for Turo. Terrakion can one-shot an Iron Hands and then cannot be damaged back next turn. Not just Iron Hands, also trades pretty well into Snorlax. Pretty cool if you can combine it with Roxanne. Right, but they might not think of the Crab though. Oh. They were in a good spot. I didn't think of the Cape, but they benched the Cress. They threw. I threw, but then they threw. If they attach the Cape, don't bench Cress. Oh, that was nearly a big throw on my part. I guess it didn't really matter because I'm like never drawing the Lost Vacuum. Bruh. I take the dub over Guardy with that kind of start that we had. I'm sure my opponent's tilted after benching the Cresselia there. I don't know why they did that. Like, that didn't really make any sense, but okay. We take it 4-1. Yep, now my opponent's letting me know in chat. Alright, alright. Yep, you... Can't believe I got that off of one. I had 5 cards in deck. I'm seeing 2 with 1 out. It's not like it was low odds. Yeah, they threw. Compared against Blitzel. Yes, I don't even. Yeah, we're like all 4-1. Larry, Moon, King, and myself. We're all 4-1. I guess Derp's 3-2. Tracking shoes, pay your rent, and do your chores. If only it were that easy. Yeah, Moon is 4-1 with Moon. I suppose it's fitting. I'm still kind of debated because it was like Marpelarp like a week ago, and now it's Moon Kitty, so it's just like, I know it's the same person, but it's like debated. Yeah, you absolutely scoop to that. You have zero chance. Unless they totally brick. Does that mean Moon Kitty PTCG PTCGL content coming soon? Yeah, I guess you can like draw your cards and Iono. I'm sure if you slow play you might get there, but yeah, don't ever slow play. In best of 3 though. Nah, you can't even do that in best of 3. Wait, I just refilled my water bottle and I realized I left it upstairs. I looked to my right here to get some water. It's not even there. Very unfortunate. Works beautifully. You'll love to hear it. Yeah, it's not just me in front of a door. There's actually more than just that. Believe it or not. I know. I'm not just some dude who plays Pokemon cards in front of his door. I know that's shocking news. Okay, how many moons are there that I could face next round? I think he's 5-0 though. So I cannot. Oh, I do not want to face the Urshifu. You can beat that for me, King. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I believe it or not, King. Yeah, that's. Well, the thing is, Moon, they like literally, it got hyped up so stupidly by supposedly smart people on Twitter. Well, this meta is not. Okay, it's meta changing, not necessarily like toxic. Like the meta changes, but I think it's in a good way here. There's like nothing super toxic. Like this, I think this meta is healthy. How everyone was hyping it up to be was like Valiant and Hands ruin standard, which is not the case at all, because Valiant is a not very good deck and Hands is okay. Like everyone was crapping on Rolling Moon and it's the best archetype out of the new set. Like, yep. Seems very good. Yeah, like it injected new stuff into the standard format whilst also just like not having stuff that's like super broken and stupid. Like Gardevoir exists as the best deck, but it's like not like so overly powering. Like it's not just so overpowering that you can't play anything else. Like Silver Tempest format, you play Lugia or you beat Lugia. There's like no other option. Where like I can play a deck that loses to Roaring Moon and still exist in this format. I can play a deck that takes like a bad matchup to one of the top 5 decks and not just be cooked. So I mean, going smoothly is a little that game against Gardevoir is anything but smooth. We probably don't win if I probably should have played around the Iono, spread damage across. Like put 6 on the Manaphy, 6 on the Guardy, but then we lose to Cress. Because then the Guardy would have had the Guardy would have had 8, the Manaphy would have had. No, wait, I still win. Yeah, I should have played around the Iono. At least seen one more card, maybe. Because like I don't win that game if my opponent doesn't throw. It's okay. I threw a game earlier trying to lost mine with a 10 or with 9 in the lost zone, so I guess it goes around. So 3 matches left, probably all Gardevoirs. Get Gardevoir versus Stall. Zoro. This person must just play Zorobox slowly because they're always cutting close to time. Right? The Zorobox is just slow. Oh, the counterbox deck is 2-1-1, 3-1-1. That's pretty cool. Haven't faced an LZB yet though. Why would I take that? Can you see the counterbox deck? Oh yeah, we sometimes double stream on Sundays. You want to see the counterbox thing? I got you if I can find it. Here it is. Absolutely scoops to LZB how it's currently constructed. I think you definitely could play like Minior instead, or you could play Jirachi instead of Minior and probably could have a shot. Still probably pretty bad. It's interesting though. Decks that bench Jirachi, like Charizard and Gardevoir with Jirachi. I'm the GOAT TCG streamer. I don't know about that, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, I mean the boxes are sort of a better deal because like you're just paying a couple bucks more than singles price right now and you get the packs to go with it. With just 3 moons, you need 4. What are you doing? Are you just playing 3 moons? Oof. Not 4. Dang, the Clippers suck. That's tragic. It's like I watched them. I stayed up so basically midnight to watch them kill my Magic, and then now they suck. Wow. Very sad. My Magic killed the Bucks though yesterday. I was very happy about that. Does OKC have the Clippers pick from this year? Or can the Clippers get like full tank mode and like get a top 3 pick? I guess they kind of already like. It would be weird to tank at this point. The boxes drop next Friday, I believe. Or that's when they're officially out. You might be able to get them online earlier. I don't know. Alright, timeout. Must be a judge call or something. And there was a couple ties. Block lax brings out the worst in people. Oh dear. That was funny. He's such a cancer. Dang. Oh, bro literally emptied the cupboard for a team that can't even make the play. Very sad. When are they gonna fire their GM? Like, bro's made a lot of bad choices. I feel like Ballmer coming from like, I guess he's from like Microsoft and not like, for some reason I thought he was like Cohen from the Mets. Like, is he gonna be like thinking about it economically, like try to cut his losses, or is he gonna guard you with Jirachi? Okay, fine matchup. I just don't brick. We need the cards. Alright. We're up against Guard with Jirachi. I think last time I faced this person, they went 8 for 8 on generators, so hopefully they don't have that same luck this time. You think Tyronn Lue is the problem, XYZ? Like, I mean, he's like a highly regarded coach, but there's no numbers in the alphabet. Those are letters. Oh, you clapped that, King. It's fine. I think you clap it at least. Just go first. Evolve. Like, I don't know if you bench Manaphy immediately or you wait on it. I think you're probably okay if you can get the dudes evolved. 50 HP though is very yoga loopable. Alright. XYZ the Robert Covington apologist out here. All right. I mean, I don't watch a ton of Clippers basketball. You just hear like, oh, Tyronn Lue, expert strategist, won the title in Cleveland. But I guess LeBron was coach of that team, so. Yeah, make Jerry West GM. He made some good choices as a GM of the Lakers. I know he's like very old now, but come on. I don't know. G. LeBron. All right. I'm like not a huge LeBron guy either. It's okay. I think it's funny that like KD gets such a bad rap for like yeeting off super teams or yeeting like when things go bad. When Braun literally does the same thing, except he has the titles, like and KD doesn't. Wow. Comparing Ty Lue to a crack addict? Didn't think I would hear that today. Oh! Imagine I Lost City this T1. Is this a passless build? It is. Yeah, it's like super. Like I'm not a KD guy either. Like he's way too sensitive, but like, it's weird when they literally do the same thing. Except like LeBron's got like the whatever 3-4 titles, and KD has what? Like, and KD gets bashed for it. It's like he goes to make his own super team, bro gets bashed for it, and Braun does the same thing multiple times, and like, oh, he's such a great leader or whatever. It's just like what? I think it's probably just because like the Warriors won the title before, and then they picked up KD, and like, I don't know. I'd probably play some version of LTV Blaziken. But I think Charizard and Guardy are great picks also. I don't really like, I don't know. I used to like Damian Lillard, but I really like don't have too high of an opinion of him anymore now. Like, I used to think he was pretty cool for like sticking out in Portland, but like he kind of lost all credibility with his only want to go to Miami. Like, I'm so loyal, trade me to Miami. Like, you lost all credit that you had banked up. He ain't no superstar. I mean, I guess number 2 on a good team. That's true. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I think it's hilarious how like he played the loyalty card for years, and then like as soon as the best opportunity comes, like it makes you feel, makes it impossible to like people complain about like their horrible workplace conditions when they're making millions of like hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, really, how bad is your life if you're gonna, I don't know. It's very funny. Okay. I'll just pump up the lost zone in case we get Ionoed. That's the cool part, but again, it doesn't. It has to draw incredibly hot. If you go first in step, it's like not bad, but going second against a hands deck, pretty tragic. I just think it's funny how like the media like loves to bash on some people, but then other players it seems like just to depend on who you are. It's just like you can bash them all you want, but other bro does the same thing and they're like immune to criticism. How does Guardy keep doing well? Because Hands is in one deck right now, and Shin Pao never does well online. Like, it's like some weird phenomenon. Shin Pao like never does well online. Ooh, hit the Manaphy. That's good for them. Pretty good. Okay. On the Ultra Ball. So that is 8. Close. I'm almost there. I'll just set up the pivot. I could establish the Lycanroc just so it's like not a easy counter catcher target, but like it still exists. That's fine. If they're gusting the Lycanroc, I'm boss KOing Jirachi next turn, and then I'm still ahead on prizes. But like the thing, like Blaziken, Lugia Hands is like a mid deck. I mean, like, yeah, Pow Hands and Miraidon exist, but like usage rate wise, it's like not there right now. And you go first against those decks, and you're okay. You can Mirage Step and be able to trade fine into them. But I would be sort of surprised if like a Lugia Hands deck does well at LAIC. Yeah, like every time a team tries to, like, I would be sort of surprised if Milwaukee wins one or gets close to one. It's funny how that works. Like the teams that have won, I mean, like no one would have called the Raptors a super team. They just like swung for the fence with an okay, like a okay roster and then got there, which is pretty funny. Well, they like, but they mortgaged their future for another superstar. Oh yeah, I mean, Kevin Durant did get hurt. That's true, but also he's always hurt, so seems okay actually. Okay, that's interesting. Would like a good card here. I mean, sorta, not really. I don't think I even played the Collapse yet. We just randomly fizzle out in the mid game against Guardy. Literally just the matchup roulette. Oh, that's like Pokemon in and out. I mean, there's not like a OP deck that the meta is shaped around, if like that's what you mean. But I think that's fine. Like it, like creative deck building and good players are gonna do better. I think I lose. I just randomly like bricked out in the mid game here. I had to kind of care the like I had the everything lined up, and the Ionos screwed everything up. The back-to-back Ionos and then no deck shuffle really threw a wrench in things. Now I need a boss really badly. I boss KO Jirachi, send it to the Lost Zone, and then we can maybe like spam Lost Mine the rest of the way. I think I go for the gate to shuffle the deck. It feels awful, but I still have several gates left. I mean, 2 gates should be more than enough. But I sort of have to get there this turn, like, do something. Okay. Boss. Can I get Rod now? Feels bad to Lost Zone Crab. Because also, if I Ultra Ball attack with Sableye with Lost City in play, I lose my other Sableye. I think we keep Crab. I don't think I can go for the Lost City there. If opponent has it, they have it. I can't be able to. Well, there's still outplay potential. Like that's not necessarily true. Well, then just meta, like, bad luck's gonna, like, bad matchups happens, but like also you can meta call and try to make a, like, sometimes they're just bad meta calls. Like, you can test a deck that's objectively like a bad meta call, and then you like really can't be like, you can be mad that you hit bad matchups, but you're statistically likely to hit those bad matchups. Then what are you complaining about? You're complaining that you made a suboptimal deck choice, like. I don't think I can win. Like, I just didn't have it there. I just missing the Lycanroc in the mid game was unfortunate. Like, do I Lost City there? But then I'm out of Sableyes. I'm not ever winning this game. Sometimes you just gotta complain about everything. Sure. Fair point, Joss. I wonder if we can get a throw here. And go back into the other guardy. You know you want to. Oh. 12 on the active. And then we start spamming Trigger Avalanche. Turo exists, but Turo is a lie. You don't have Turo, it's okay. You don't have Turo. Arcana. Like, you're down 9 energies, you play 12, so you have 3 left, so you can hit it. Is Palpad gone? No. That has to be my line though. Like, only way I win this game. I have no water energies in hand. I should have grabbed water instead of psychic. I guess I can concealed and maybe we make something happen. We can rod concealed, maybe make something happen. Oh. Yeah, that sort of messes things up. Guardia benches Jirachi is just so impossible. You have to respond back to it so early in the game, and I just missed. Like, we have like Cologne Switchers or something right now, and they hit the Turo. Why didn't they do that first? Sequencing is hard. Brainwave. Okay. Well, I had to have my opponent miss there, and unfortunately couldn't happen. Well, that's probably gonna be end of the road here for us. Maybe we can do something silly here. Let's do it again. I'll throw back in the Lycanroc just to spook them. Go back and see your your little Guardy again. Okay. How do I decide what decks will be popular? Well, based on what I think from my own testing, and yeah, based on online or recent in-person data. Yeah, we're not winning this ever. Just hoping that my opponent would mess up and. I would love to hit Moon, just unfortunately hit 2 Guardies. Dang. That's tough though, like we have to have the response into Jirachi. Yeah, no problem, Blaziken. This is the argument for Iron Hands, I guess. I just amp you very much a couple times and that's the game. Huh, yeah, like we had everything there in the opening hand, just like having to use the Forest Seal to set up. Like just to find the Cram was like sort of unfortunate. Oops. Alright. Lycanroc just has to give value. Like it can't be the. It's so awkward in that like that's a game like that makes you think like, hey, maybe Lycanroc's not good. I don't think I can make cut, and like I'm. I could like try to win out, get top 16 or something, but hey, what's. Oh. Yeah, I don't know about Lycanroc, honestly. Like, if we get it turn 2 there, no, win your next. At 6-1 you can ID, but not at 5-1. Like, if I Lycanroc on 2, the game is so much more manageable because it's like pretty tougher than beating 320 on their second turn. But anything after that, it's like at least about like Lycanroc a little late versus Zark. What are they gonna do? Hit me for 240 instead of 180 or 210? So yeah, Guardy is just like such an awkward like. Guardy with Jirachi is just really such an awkward matchup. I don't know. I just need to test the heck out of that matchup for the next week and figure out what the best way to go about this is. Yeah, there's 8 rounds, so you can't ID. But I think I'm gonna call it a night. here it was, I'm tired, and we're out of cut contention, unfortunately. Like, didn't hit, like, Lugi's not an amazing matchup. And then these Guardies and stuff, yeah. Aw, dang. Well, I'm probably, I'll probably do deck out tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll probably do deck out tomorrow. Play something busted next time. I'll see if I can think anything else up. Like if I want to play LZB, because that's what I'm best at and what I really enjoy playing. It's just the deck's like not in an amazing spot. Well, it's like in 70% of Gardevoir lists, right? No, it's in 40% of Gardevoir lists and 70% of Charizard lists, and then in some Lost Box decks as well. But it probably just like, if you're like just talking about like locals, it's gonna depend on the area. It's like anything, like could be you could have everyone be playing Jirachi, or it could be your local area has none of them. But I guess that's me for today. Unfortunately, couldn't quite follow up my last two performances with Lycanroc, but that's just how it is. But I'm gonna get back to work, keep working on the list, the concept, and see if we can take it any further. Or if maybe we've achieved the best that we can. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Best of luck for you still competing, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow night.